Hey guys, welcome to Greg's Beer Reviews today. It's Beer 30. Let's go take a walk, see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, welcome to Greg's Beer Reviews today. Thanks a bunch for stopping by, I certainly do appreciate it. Guys, I got a beer barrel package straight from the Netherlands. This was sent to me by Marcel and Brandy. Evidently they have been watching for a while and decided to put a package together and ship it across the pond, guys, and that's a very pricey shipment to do, because I have done it before, and it is a lot of times you're going to pay as much for the postage as you are for the beers inside the box. So I do appreciate them putting together a package and sending it to me. More than likely, none of these beers are probably going to be available here, and even if they were, they would be an export version, would probably be something different than what they're drinking over there. So once again, thanks to Marcel and Brandy. And he sent me a little letter telling me about him and his wife and how they met, since he is from over there, and he met her in a little town, he said, Fort Lupton, Colorado, in 1993, while he was there building greenhouses. He said she was one of the waitresses, and he says, and she, as you can imagine, she was struck by this amazingly handsome boy from Europe. Wink, and a little smiley face on there. So, said we were both quite young and in love, so Brandy went back to the Netherlands with him, and she never returned, and now they've been married 25 years now. So awesome love story there. So I'm sure she probably liking it over there. Ain't dealing with a lot of politics like we're dealing with over here, but hopefully they're well, and COVID-19 is under control over there as much as it can be, and people are doing what they're supposed to be doing, social distancing and wearing their mask and all that kind of stuff. Till we can get a vaccine, that's what we got to do, guys. So very much appreciated for them sending me this package. Sure, it wasn't a cheap process to do, and it is very much appreciated. So he sent me a nice paragraph package, sent me 8 beers, so we're going to get started on their beers. The first one here is My Lifespan Is, and I'm going to read from the can, and I'm going to butcher. This is from the brewery. It says here, it's Brouwerij het Uiltje, it's Uiltje. So some of the words are pronounced kind of different, and I really don't know how to pronounce anything. And he sent me 3 beers from this brewery, and the name of this one is My Lifespan Is, and underneath of it says hardly 3 months. So pop me open right now and drink me fresh. It's a New England style IPA from the Netherlands, man. They're doing them all around the world, guys. 7.5% alcohol. A little smaller can coming from over there. They do all their stuff in milliliters. This is a 330 milliliter can, which is 11.159 ounces. So a little bit smaller than a 12-ounce can. So it is what it is. And on the back of it, it says it was canned on 07/07 of 2020. So, and even that being said, they have a second date on it, which is a year from now, but they're telling you they want you to have it fresh. When I go to the notes here on Beer Advocate, it says full name is My Lifespan Is Hardly 3 months, so pop me open right now and drink me fresh, 14 IBUs. Over to Untapped, says here batch number 1 because a collaborative brew between D. Slutel and Het Uiltje sold out quickly. People complained, grown men cried, politicians got involved, so we sagely decided on a super fresh redo, this time using the magically fruity mosaic hops. You know the rules. Look at the date, mark your calendar, throw a party if you must, but God Almighty, drink within 3 months. That's my rule of thumb too, guys. Drink within 3 months. I say that all the time on IPAs and double IPAs. Anything that's a hoppy beer, you need to drink it as fresh as you can get your hands on it. Untapped also has the malts is Pilsner, wheat, and flaked oats. The hops are Mosaic, Citra, and Laurel. And the yeast is London Fog. So, evidently this is the second batch that they did, because the first batch sold out very quickly, and so they decided to do this batch. So we're going to find out what this brings to the table and see how well this brewery has done a New England style beer. So, without further ado, we got the ABV, we got the IBUs, we got the canned on date. Let's see what we got. A little hazy coming out, but not super cloudy. I'm going to do the little swirly swirl in case that we got some settling going on since it's a couple months. That's going to increase the head factor, but hopefully we're going to get everything that may have possibly settled in the bottom of the can. Very creamy. Nice tight bubbles on the side. Should get some nice lacing on this beer. It's still coming out. Little tinier can than what we are used to over here. Alright guys, looking at that, we got about a finger and a half of head. Not super bright orange juice color. Over into the light, I can see light through the thin parts. I wouldn't quite go to the aspect of saying it's a New England style. Not quite, it's close, but not quite there. Doesn't look like a glass of orange juice. I can definitely see light through the thin part of the glass. So, let's get it to the nose and see what we got here, guys. That's still a good looking beer. Here we go. Nice floral, hoppy presence. A little bit of grapefruit and oranges. Got a nice citrusy note. Smells pretty good. It does. Let's dive in. Cheers everybody. Cheers Marcel and Brandy. Thank you both. I do appreciate it. Looking forward to doing the rest of your beers. It's very pleasant, very smooth, very easy drinking. The hops not off the chain as far as the aroma or the taste, but very pleasant. It's got the date on the can. It's got the ABV on the can. It's a nice cloudy, hazy IPA. Very smooth. Alcohol well hidden. Very easy drinking beer for 7.5%. Very nice. Very nice. I'm not going to say it's world class or outstanding right now, but a very pleasant beer. And I wouldn't even call it a New England style. And they're calling it that on Untapped and Beer Advocate, and they also have it NEIPA here. Almost. Not quite, but it's probably close enough for them over there, but not quite to that aspect for me. Now, if I'd never had one before, I could say, yeah. But having what I've had from Brouwerij and Treehouse and Trillium and a lot of others that make this, and it looks exactly like a glass of orange. You can't see any light through it at all. This one's just a little bit shy of that. So, let me sip on this right out of the fridge. Won't take long. You see, we just got a half a glass with this smaller can, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Got a little left here. trying to figure out how to pronounce the name of this brewery, and when I went and Googled it, it says Edge. That's what it's saying here. Edge. U-I-T-J-E is Edge. So that's what it's saying here. So things are pronounced a lot different over there than they are here. I'm trying to pronounce each syllable, and that's not how it works over there. So it's saying Edge here. So Edge Brewing Company, U-I-L-D-J. So Marcel, you might tell me if I'm pronouncing that right or whatever. And I would like to know what something like this would cost. If you see the beer review, you might put in what a can of this would cost over there in U.S. dollars, and do that for all the beers that you sent me if you have time and know what that conversion, what it would be in U.S. dollars to buy a can like this, what it would be. So it's a tasty beer, guys. Like I said, it's not world class or outstanding, but it is a tasty beer. It's a well-made beer, and it's pretty damn close to a New England style, but not quite. I can see a little bit too much light through the bottom of the glass for me to consider it a New England style, but they can call it whatever they want to. Well, and their glasses must be a little smaller over there too, because that's not quite a half glass in this glass here. So he did send me some 440 milliliter, a couple of those cans, which would be a 14.88 ounce can. Looks like a 16, but it's a little smaller. It's like this one looks like a 12, but it's a little smaller. So Europeans do all their stuff in milliliters, where we do them in ounces over here. And Americans like everything bigger and more of and all that. So I mean, some of the cans, they even doing 19 ounce cans here, and of course, you know, you can get the bigger bottles, the 330s and 500 milliliter and 750 milliliters, and the great big bottles and stuff. So there are some bottles that are packaged like that over here, but I've not seen anything quite this small, other than the one I was sent the other day, that little short can. It was like an 8 ounce can. That's about 2 swallows for this guy. But anyway, let's get back to it, guys. It's a tasty beer. It's got the date on it, it's got the ABV on it, and they're telling you to drink it fresh. I don't know why they're giving it a year life on it, because it does say on the side here, it says 07/07/2020, and then it says underneath that 07/04/2021. I would hate to have this beer in 07 of 2021. It's going to be a big malty mess by then. But they're telling you to drink it fresh, and it does have the can on date on it. To me, guys, benefit of the doubt, A-, I'm going to give it a 90. Over to Beer Advocate, only 2 people have commented on this beer, so they don't have a rating. One guy gave it a 3.25, and the other guy gave it 4.15. So one guy's giving it a B-, and the other guy's giving it an A-. I think it's more an A-. It is a tasty beer. And I would probably buy this beer if I could get it here. It's into my go-to range, being a 7.5%, and it's cloudy enough for me to consider it pretty close to a New England style. So over to Untapped, they have it at 3.88, also in their B+ range. I think it's a tad better than that. It's a well-made beer. It's a tasty beer, and if I was over there, I would drink it. I would buy it for sure. So to me, it would be better than me buying a lager, but they make some really killer lagers over there too. Not a lot of that adjunct junk that the macros over here produce. So anyway, it is what it is. So if you've had the number 2 version, the second edition of My Lifespan Is, let me know what you think. And thanks again to Marcel and Brandy. And we look forward to doing some more of your beers. Till we meet again. Let's go see what's in the fridge.